Hello, guys. Good morning. It's Saturday here. I just want to review my GBPUSD for last week. So, last week, I have to start off by saying last week was very, very tough. I'm not going to lie. Mentally, it was very tough as well because it was a week full of emotions for me. A lot of things was just happening beside trading and all that. So, yeah, it was a tough week, but let's dive into it. So, here is my 4 hour time frame. So, I'm just going to zoom in from the time I called my buyers last week on Monday, what my buyers or what I was thinking or what my perspective was for that week. So last week, after marking the high and low of the week from the previous video I uploaded, I then said that I'm waiting for two things to happen. I said I was here, it's a cycle level that I definitely highlighted that I was waiting for price to come to at this level. So at this level, I was saying I needed price to either break to the upside or break below this level. This is my psychological level. So that was what I was saying. I was expecting and waiting for price to either break to the upside or break below. I posted the video last week on Monday, so you should just go and watch it to understand what I was talking about. So I said I was expecting price to break below or break above, then I'm going to go in at the retest of it. So what happened? Here's my 4 hour. So I'm going to fall down to my 1 hour so you can understand clearly. So this second trade here, I never took this trade. This trade was marked out because I after the trade went against me like this, you can see the first one here. It's I entered this trade and then it stopped me out. Then price came to this level, and then I highlighted this level at the level I wanted to or should have entered the trade if only I was patient. So I wasn't patient enough to wait for price to eventually show me what it wants to do through price action. So from this level here is my 1 hour. So like I said, I wanted price. I said the break above, then a retest, then I'll go long. A break below, then a retest, I'll go short. So then on this situation, I wasn't patient enough, like I told you. I wasn't patient enough. I saw this price broke above this level of 1.34500, and then I saw retest. And on top of that, there was the high of the week, this yellow horizontal ray, the high of the week. So I then saw the retest on this level. So I was like, okay, this gives me a confidence to go in for a long trade. So as you can see from my from my buy to, it was a long trade. So let me quickly fall down to my 15 minutes, my entry time frame, which I used in executing the trade. So I'm zoomed in. I'm going to zoom out so we can definitely understand more what I'm talking about. So this definitely is the trade. I'm trying to bring out the trade, how I executed the trade. So here is the 15 minutes. So I entered on this trade. Let me zoom in here when I saw this happening. So as you can see, a break above this level, even breaking a little bit from the high of the week, but then got rejected. So I said I was waiting for a break above, then a retest. So I entered from this level. You can see, I entered on this candlestick. You can see, I entered on this level when I saw this rejection. Also, that was my entry. You see, I raised 30 pips, then was targeting 100 pips. Then I entered this trade, then I tightened my stop loss to 20 pips from 30 pips. So what happened? Price then went in for the buy, a little bit of buy candles, then got rejected. Then what happened? Took me out on the 20 pips. It was originally 30 pips, but it took me out on 20 pips. So it rejected, then took me out on SL. So what happened? What happened? And during this trade, I wasn't patient enough. I wasn't patient enough. Like I laid emphasis on Monday, saying that I was only going to trade when I'm patient enough to execute on this trade. So on this particular trade, I wasn't patient enough. That was what I learned. The lessons I learned from that last week. That was what I learned. I wasn't patient enough, so it took me out. Then on this level, when price, then just was watching a live price to do whatever I wants to do. So then I was telling myself, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? So I was like, okay, not being patient cost me this trade. Not being patient cost me this trade. So I was supposed to enter from this level. This was exactly the same thing. A break above, then a retest. This was definitely supposed to be the entering position, risking 30 pips, then targeting 100 pips. That was supposed to be the right entry time frame. The right entry time. It was here supposed to be the right entry time. When price got here, it was 12 on Tuesday. It was on 12 Tuesday, August at 1:30 p.m. That was when price got here. But let's see when price got here. So when price got here, remember it was Monday 11th August. What time? 9:45. So I'm trying to make you understand something. By this time I entered this trade, my first trade on GBPUSD, it was Monday 11th, which was the same day after marking the highs and lows of the week. It was Monday 11th, 9:45 a.m. That was after London sessions have officially opened. That was the that was the time I entered the first trade on GBPUSD. My first buy was 9:45 a.m. in the morning when London is officially open. Then by the time price came to this level, let's see when the stop loss occurred. Okay. So by the time the stop I got stopped out and price definitely did 50 pips stop, it was Monday 11th, 4:30 p.m. Remember, here 11 sorry, I entered here 9:45 a.m. 9:45 a.m. Monday. Then the same Monday by 4:30 around this level, or rather you can say 4:45 4:30, it's did the stop went like it went 50 pips and stop in the sell. So what happened? By the time price got here, the second entry, the second entry was on Tuesday. The second entry was on Tuesday. That's around 1:30 p.m. Tuesday. From Monday, the first call out was Monday, the first trade. Then the right setup came Tuesday around 1:30 p.m. So my lessons for this trade was because I wasn't patient enough. If I was patient enough, I was going to allow price to just play out. Then I was probably going to see this, I was going to capture this movement. So that's why I'm taking this time to just show you guys what happened, and me not being patient cost me a lot. It cost me so much on this trade GBP USD. And also, I want to take this time to also go to the the GBP JPY. I caught a GBP JPY trade yesterday, being what was it called? Being Friday. So that's how I'm just trying to share with you guys how my week was. It was so stressful, I'm not gonna lie. This is a long video, so I just want us to cover these videos all in one section. I didn't call out this trade, but I only called it out on the GBP on my WhatsApp group. On my WhatsApp group, I called this sell. So what happened? Here was my 4 hour. So on this 4 hour, I saw a quick position, like a quick sell trade. I saw a sell trade happening on on this this day. So here's my 15 minutes. So here's my 15 minutes. I just want to quickly jump into it because it's a long video. So I just want to share with you guys because, like I've always said, I'm always transparent. I just want to build my platform based on transparency and how it was and how it played out and the emotions behind it. So this was what happened. On Friday, I caught this GBP JPY set trade. So initially, it was I went in for a 30 pips stop loss, then 100 pips take profit. So what happened was I was on this trade, as you can see. I started selling and price did how many pips movement? 57.1 pip movement on the sell. So what happened? While I was on this trade, I was tightening my stop from 30 to 20 pips, from 20 pips to 10 pips, from 20 pips to 9 pips, then from 9 pips to then infinite SL. So which means I just broke the whole stuff down, trying to as I was tightening, and my risk ratio was just infinite because I've tightened my stop loss in a way that it's now in my favor. But what happened during this trade here? I got a call that my brother was arrested. So I just immediately just lost control. My emotions was very high because I was just completely out of order. So my emotions was just very high. I just left the trade and then immediately went to meet who I was told to go meet. So because we're trying to get him out, but that was what happened. I just left the whole trade and then went out and I was offline. So by the time I came back, I saw that price have already gone back to to my entry positions. And then what happened? I didn't close out. I was just emotional. I was just tired, drained because we couldn't get him out at that particular time. So what happened? Price then got back, closed me off on $50 stop loss because I picked up a 50K account, a profile account. Though it's also is a free trial as well, but I picked it up because I needed to trade and pass that account. So then it took me out on $50 loss. Then I went in again. Then I went into one lot, risking the same thing, 30 pips, making 100 pips. So what happened again? The trade was going in my favor. I reduced my risk from 30 to 10 pips. Then I got the call again. Like I found out that he wasn't able to come out yesterday. That it's gonna be on Monday. He's gonna be sleeping dead on Monday. So I got very emotional. I was just emotional the whole day yesterday, and my trading decisions was just not good. So from there, I didn't even close out. The trade took me out on stop loss. So that was just how it happened the whole day. The whole week was completely emotional, and my lessons just if I have to spread my lessons and pass on my lessons on what I learned, I just feel like in trading, you also have to be able to manage your emotions. If you're emotional, you just have to try as much as you can to stay away from the market. You just have to stay disciplined, and it's very difficult to stay disciplined, especially when you have a lot going on in your week or your trading days. So that was my experience. That was how my week turned out to be. It was a week full of emotions and it's played out. It showed in my chart and everything in my trading. Why the bias was right, why I entered the trade and wasn't able to manage it because of my emotions was just all in play, was just shattered in a way. So I just took out this time to share with you guys how my bias was for Friday for last week. So I'm looking forward to next week because I believe next week is going to be better compared to how last week was because I'm just going to try to stay focused. I know it's not easy, but I'm definitely going to aim to achieve that on Monday. So I just wanted to share my bias. I just wanted to share you guys my trade review, what happened and how the emotions behind it and my lessons for that week. So I want you guys to follow and subscribe because I want you guys to also join me in following my journey, documenting my journey. That's what this is all about. It's not about me being perfect. It's about me just understanding what trading is all about and sharing with you guys and growing together with you guys. So I want you guys to subscribe for more.